All right. Are we on? Let me know that we are on. Hi, you guys. I decided to do two parts. All right. Let's see here. Um, Chat is open to everyone. Wow. Um, put a little one in chat if you could hear me with all the dinging noises. A little one in chat. I'm going to look to see, make sure that I'm on. Let's see. View my channel. Okay. All right. I'm going to wait. Up. I see thumbs up. Here we go. All right, you guys. Welcome on in to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. When you come on in, I would love and appreciate thumbs up. And if you have not, please subscribe. Yes, I don't know the last time I was on. I can't remember. But I have collected a lot of information under the name Julia Potter. And I know that I sent it all in, and the the detective, I'm assuming, has reviewed and has watched. Thank you for that one, Christina. And has watched my information. I decided to break this one into two because it's that important for me to get it out there correctly. And many times when I say get it out there correctly, it's in a way that others will understand what I'm saying, because I do know that I talk through spirit, and I could talk and ramble where I know that it makes sense to me, but to others it may not. And I understand that. I get it. I get it. It's been my world since I was a child. So um, I, I, I do get it. Sometimes I will say and completely forget that you don't see everything that I see. But in flip side, that's how it is in general, right? Your reality is not everyone's reality. What you see isn't necessarily what someone else is going to see. And I'm not talking about being clairvoyant or blah, 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 talking to spirit. None of that. I'm just saying everyone has a different reality. Someone that you're talking to doesn't necessarily see what you say until, or what you show them until you point it out, right? I'm going to be playing this video while I'm speaking over it, and I'm using this as an example on I could bring insane, incredible information, but yet the reality is I have found that the law enforcement um, isn't going to see it that way. Now, I don't know if it's because they're not supposed to. I don't know if it's because they are trained not to, or until they're shown a solid something. But the world has changed. Technology has changed. The way that things are presented to us has changed. Totally different than what it used to be. Technology has changed, right? Totally different So if things have changed from the past and they're using the people that are the guilty parties of these got gone, get gone kids, these horrific sacrifices, these horrible acts of Jesus Christ, I don't even know what to call it. I don't even have the words for it. You understand? That's how horrific it is. But it's being presented and marketed and shown through social media. Now, I obviously, everything I do and say is for entertainment purposes, right? And educational purposes, because I don't know. All I know is what I see beneath these videos and within these TikToks is a marketing tool, is a way of showing these people, these children, and then they get likes, and then they become famous in their eyes, but they're not. They're more famous for pedophiles, for sex acts, for sacrifices, for whatever they're doing in these rooms. And it's being shown on social media. So if in fact the law enforcement doesn't want to get behind that, then maybe we need to bring in a whole different group of law enforcement that knows how to. And those are people that bust open the deep fake and the underground world that is called the dark web. And that is what is beneath the layer of this world. It's under our feet. And it's being run by who the fuck knows. But what I'm here to tell you is an introduction to my next video, which is going to be on this, is that if my purpose is to help the children, if my purpose here is to bring justice to the children by exposing their story, and their story is being told through me, I believe, because I see it and it's shown to me. It is shown to me, you guys. And what is shown to me before I even look at these videos matches. Yeah, someone could say, oh, someone's going to show you red, 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 the color red, red. You're going to only see red in a video. Great. Awesome. That is true. Well, if the children are going to show me that the children have different telephones and different telephones are used for different children, and then I see it in a video, you best fucking believe I know that that is true. These telephones, these electronics, is a part of the children's story. Lots of telephones. You guys could go back to my very first reading, 2021. I talked about this. I said I saw Summer Moon at a concert like. They were dancing. They were singing. They were running around and everyone had all these different telephones. I saw Summer. I saw Summer in the hands of Robin Lane's arms. I saw the person in black hair sitting with two other people, grading them, selecting them. Summer was very, very special because she was being carried around the room. And then they forgot one telephone was left back. One telephone was forgotten. Lots of different telephones. One telephone they went ballistic over. And I'm like, you guys, something's with the telephones. Now, I've got videos that I saved. It's in different language. I believe it's Russian. and I have the English on the bottom. The things that this little child talks about and shows us is going to blow your mind. It is everything we have exposed here at WCIA Network. We're exposing it to bring justice to the children. And guess what? It doesn't need any law enforcement to give me the right to say, yep, yep, that's true, yep. I don't need them to do that. All I want is them to bust it open to bring justice to the children, to show their story and validate that it's true. Do we need validation in order for us to tell the story? Absolutely not. I don't need anyone's validation, or I don't need anyone's approval to give the story, because the story doesn't stop giving. Over and over and over does this information come through, over and over and over. I'm not asking for it. I don't go to sleep at night and ask to dream about all these different cars, and then there's this one brown car. It gives me colors, it gives me locations, it shows it. So what I decided to do is just stop doing everything else and give these kids justice by just splurting out whatever I see. That's what I'm doing here. I'm going to let this play, and read, you read. I'm going to start over while I speak over this, because this is in a different language. But the English and where this child is, to me, shows where these children go. She talks about the telephone. She talks about the room. She talks about what they drink. She talks about the warriors. She talks about the leaders. She talks about the rooms that she's in. She talks about what they give her, the drugs. She talks about it all. She travels. She goes here and there. They bring her to one bed, to another bed. She sleeps with her dad. She sleeps with her mom. They sold her brother. They sold her sister. Is this enough? Is this enough? Pirates, they go home and do the video. They do videos together. They do plays. They get graded. They have sex. She said she had a baby. All these videos is what I'm going to show you. My question is, does a law enforcement give a flying fuck? I'm not the law enforcement. I can't look at chat, you guys, but I do see someone gifted a membership, so thank you very much. Thank you. I'm driving, believe it or not. So thank you for that. Killed the race. This goes on in 4 videos. She puts her hand over it and then she switches locations. She's in bed. Do you guys understand that there are, quote unquote, Julia Potters stations that are validating the children's story that they want justice on? They want justice for their story? It's all in here. When when is it correct? When is the correct timing? When is it going to be allowed to be talked about? Do people have money? Is it money that's keeping them from being exposed? Is it power that's keeping them from? That's crazy. These are children that don't have a choice. They're thrown into this. And this video, you guys, as well as the other ones that I have, there's 17 of them, takes time to really look. Let me explain to you something. Give me that in, look at, read that. This video shows everything that I have been showing. Give me that in short. Here is ours. This is our spirit. This is where they go. This is where they go. This is what it looks like in my third eye. This is what it looks like on the Wells property. It's a deep fake. There are locations that all look the same, and they're fucking with us. Why? Because they can. The guilty can. They're just going to layer and layer. Oh, look over here. Look over there. Yes, is the Wells property part of it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because it tells a story. This tells the same story. It has the same elements. It has the same story. Watch. Later today, what I'm going to do is play these slow. I have a 110-page presentation that clicks these photos to show you how this is identical to Summer Moonwell's children. She presents it and speaks about it different language. The videos that they chose not to have closed captions so you could put the English, that's no problem anymore these days, you dumb motherfuckers. You just have to audio tape her voice and it translates it for you. The things that she talks about, the presidential elections. She doesn't go to a normal school. All of this here, I slow down and I show you what's going on beneath the deep fake. Beneath the deep fake. You guys, there is no difference between what I am showing you here and all of the so-called families that you follow on YouTube. Want to know what I see? Each family gets graded. You've got the Kent family. You have the Beeston family. You have the Laura and something. You have the Kent and this. You've got the household with 20 babies. You've got, follow us. We have 6 babies by the age of 12. And these channels are cookie cutters. They're cookie cutters. You guys, they're identical. They're identical. The banners look the same. The videos are the same. This here, I'll slow this all down for you guys. It is insane. This is how it's filmed because there's deep fake in here. All I do is slow it down. I do exactly what I've always done to show you that this is part of the story. This one day, the correct people that know how to pull this stuff apart and understand that this is where the illness lies, this is where the sick shit lies, is in our social media. It's just going to keep showing. And this has really fucked up our world. Oh, the power it gives them. The power it gives them to be able to put this on YouTube and TikTok and whatever else they're doing. Think about it. No one's stopping them. It's a free world. We can do whatever we want to do. We can put whatever we want. Talk about it any way we want. Blah, 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 blah. Great. Then our children will keep suffering and our children will keep disappearing. You're going to find them in the river. You're going to find them always the water. The water, it's always in nature. And then they don't talk about it anymore. This is the story of the children, you guys. And I see that this is going to continue. It's almost a part of America. Like the things that have become like part of America have been accepted. We went through all that, I guess. I must have been sleeping. I must have not been here when that was all something that people accepted. Well, there's nothing we can do about it, so we're just going to not look over there. Just don't look at it. Just don't look at it. It's not really there. I don't see anything. Or you're not going to see anything if you don't look. You're not going to see anything in these videos unless you look. And they're counting on you not looking because we're all so crazy in our day and we're so, this and that and we're running and we're doing and you're not looking. No one pays attention. You don't watch social media and analyze it. Social media has trained us to watch it in a fast market. You're flipping, you're going, you're back and forth. Like they've created that. Watch how Dolly Vision has created a way that's going to distract you from other things. To me, that's the only reason he stays on. Because something isn't right with that channel. I'm not saying anyone's guilty or not guilty. I'm just saying something's not right. That's it. I mean, something is wrong. Period. But there's a way to present yourself and there's a way to present on social media that works for the human brain. And they've got that shit down pat. They've got it down. And basically they're fucking with all the people watching. They are, you guys, they're puppeteering you. You understand that? They're puppeteering you. And no one's stopping to recognize it. And this is going to continue. And the children are being sacrificed for it. They have a whole world that's being lived and being like manipulated right in front of our eyes. It's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. I'm going to show you the videos that show it's right in front of you. But if we're not going to stop and look at it, then fuck. Why are we looking for these kids? Jesus Christ. Might as well stop because I'm telling you where they go and no one's caring, as if they're cattle, as if they're cows and pigs just being fucking slaughtered and taken and no one gives a shit to look. So if we're not going to look, then what are we doing here? Listening to dumbass fuckers on YouTube talk about nonsense? Oh, let's go with the nook, whatever, the nugget, and finding Ryan finding truth, and the nugget. Really? You guys, it goes back to the same people that I pointed out on June 15th of 2021. All they're doing is changing their format, but let me tell you, it's all the same people, just, oh wow, let's go put this footage on my YouTube channel from the Nugget, whatever the fuck his name is, he was the first person that I had a video of in a clip on June 15th. As well as Ryan finding truth. Now, let me tell you, it's not about them. I'm not saying anything about them directly. Nothing. It's not about them. It's what's under their videos. It's what's being presented in front of you. It's being presented, and man, I, I look at all this shit. Like I have really tried educating everyone for over 3 years, and I look at this now, those two guys' videos, and my mouth is like, my jaw drops. I'm like, please tell me someone else sees this shit. It's cookie cutter information. It's the same information being presented the same way as the deep fake to cover up the shit. This shit. Same. Benny Keys had to get off because he was so deep down into it. He was like cover blown. His cover was blown. But he has like hundreds. There's so many other channels that represent Benny Keys. Is Benny Keys on all these different channels? I have fucking no idea. But it gives me the information the same as if it's Benny Keys. I don't know. It just does. Just like the Nugget guy and Ryan finding truth. They give me the same information as they've always given me. And there's some other channels that kind of just backed out. Like almost like the script has changed. The script is changed. They brought back the Nugget guy and paired him up with Ryan finding truth. It's a new pair. You see, that's how I see it. And it's like it being accepted. And it's being watched as if nothing's happening. Here I play it this way for you to see, to get a glimpse on what's beneath the deep fake. And here she talks about the strawberry cocktail, right? It's a cocktail. And I slow all this stuff down to show you guys what's beneath the deep fake. It's pretty mind-blowing if you really look at it. But you have to allow yourself to look at it. They're expecting you not to. Sit down in front of YouTube today before I go on later with a pad of paper and a pencil and take note of the channels and what they're doing and what their role is. Just write it down as if you're putting together a model that would hide all of this stuff. That would speak to someone and give them information on where the children go. It would give them information on who's being sold, how much they're being sold for. Watch it as if you are only watching that, only watching to find clues of how they're talking to the predator, how they're talking to the pedophile, how they're talking to the groups that are taking these children, selling them and putting them up. The answers are all in social media. They just are. Because for 3+ years, I have been cookie cuttering this shit. And it hasn't changed. It's the same since the very first day I started this. Very first day. This girl shows so much. Over and over and over. in each video. The families that have, let me stop this. Oh, this is finding Ryan. Why do I have this on here? Weird. Wait a minute. Not that. Okay. Example. Now, this is just an example, not about them. This is a perfect example on what these channels look like on the front. So I receive so much information from this. So when I go to families like this, I look to see who has the most members and then who has the most views on which video. So when I go to pick a video, I put videos and then I put popular, which was the most popular. And then I show you the elements. You guys, it's as if they're all the same fucking people. The girls look identical, the boys look identical, and they're doing the same thing. They're living in the same houses. They're doing the same, oh, construction. We're moving again. Oh my God, we're moving again. Oh my God, I'm pregnant again. Oh my God, Christmas. Oh my God, first year baby. Oh my God, they broke their arm and we're in the hospital again. Oh my God, so and so has to have surgery. Oh wow, look at, we're all going on vacation together. All of us with all 100 children. Seriously? You fucking serious? Yeah, cookie cutter. And what I'm saying is they may not know. I'm not saying it's this is the group. Nothing to do with them. Jesus. It has to do with the fact that they're all the same. They're all the same. Yeah. So maybe one day a detective will take this project on and spend a week doing researching on those channels that do this, those channels that are consistently, let's go back to the water and get our boat and go under the bridge by the rocks. Really? You all are doing the same thing over and over and over. But the children's story, I receive right through these channels. Holy cow, is all I can say. Jesus Christ. How long are you going to allow this to go on? How long is this going to be allowed before someone has the balls to fucking break it up? Think about it. Oh, we're all going back to Hawaii. Let's go back to Hawaii. Let's go construction and let's show all of the wood and all of the stuff. All of these channels are the same. It's a cookie cutter presentation. It's a cookie cutter presentation that nobody gives a flying fuck to look at. All of these, they are like the same. And these are the channels that I am focusing heavily on. Heavy duty on. Because I have found the patterns within their videos. Now, again, everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This is all allegedly. It's for entertainment purposes. It's for educational purposes. It's nothing about them. I'm not talking about them directly. I'm talking about their channel, the production team of their channel, what's beneath their videos. The information that they give is the same information that I receive is on the sales of these children, the age of these children, where they're going, where they're headed, where they're going to be, where they're traveling, all the information. And then it goes back to their construction of their new house. And then they sell their house. And then they go to another house. Between all of the channels that I follow, there's probably been 100 homes. Easily. And that's on the light side. Now, again, I don't know. Do they know? Do they not know? But they're the channels that I focus heavily on. Because this, this, and all the other ones have the same information for me. This child that you're watching is what they're covering up. Now, are they doing it on purpose? I don't know. Maybe they don't know that there's information in their videos. I call it information, and I don't really give a fuck what anyone else says. Until the world is ready to see the new way of showing this stuff, it's going to continue. You guys, things have changed. Technology has changed. Jesus, you could be standing in your house and saying something, and all of a sudden your fucking computer answers you. You're like, what? Or your phone answers like it's listening to you. Hi, I don't know that. It's 74 degrees out. Well, I didn't ask it to do that, but it's listening. Ask yourself. Ask yourself to be open. Ask yourself to acknowledge that things have changed and shifted, and our children are going down. They're going down with it because these children are the victims. They're the victims, and they're begging for justice. They're begging for everyone to look. It's so obvious to the children. It's so obvious to those who see it. And it's very easy for others to call those people that see it crazy, 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 crazy. Well, fuck off. You all are doing YouTube channels, making all this money on drugs. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're talking about nothing. Freaking nothing. Air. Ooh. But I see what's under those videos. And I'm not going to stop showing it. So the next video that's going to be coming out, I'm going to do the same thing. It's going to be called part 2. Just prepare yourself, center yourself, get ready to acknowledge what's going on. This is what's going on. This shit. This shit. I literally probably could show a child's fingers getting cut off and it's acceptable. Because our bodies and our minds and our souls have been sensitized to it. We're okay with it. I mean, look at all the bloodshed that we see in the country. Look at what you're okay with all of a sudden. I remember the very first time there was a tragedy. I remember one of the very first tragedies. I look back, I'm like, Dale, that wasn't such a tragedy compared to what's going on now. You become sensitized to it. Oh my God, the first time I heard a gunshot years and years ago, they're like, a gunshot was in Chicago. I'm like, holy shit, someone shot a gun in that area. Well, now it's like if you go to Chicago for the day and you don't hear a gunshot, that's unusual. You're sensitized to it. So why wouldn't you be sensitized to seeing a child's fingers being cut off? You just stare at it as if you're watching nothing, as if you're watching air, as if you're watching a movie. Well, you're not watching a movie. You're watching something that's happening to a child underground. You're seeing it. And no one could do anything about it. When did that happen? That we could do nothing about it. You can't call the police. Well, it's not in my jurisdiction. Well, you got to call. Where's it coming from? Well, it's on the fucking internet. Well, I can't take care of that. You got to call your local. Okay, really? Try calling your local police and see what they do. They look at you like you just fell from Mars and was dropped on the earth. They don't give a shit. You can't do anything with it. Why? Oh, well, you could put it into Crime Stoppers. Did you try sending it into Crime Stoppers? 1-800 Crime Stoppers. Oh, really? That's it? And nothing. Nothing. It's insane. It's insanity. Insanity. When did that become the normal? When did it become okay? Well, that okay and that normal has intensified, and no one gives a flying fuck. The children are the ones that are suffering. The children are the ones that are being taken. The children are the ones that are being murdered, slaughtered, whatever they're doing. And the country allows it. That's what I know to be true. That sentence. On that note, you guys, thank you for joining for this introduction. And I will be going on later tonight because that presentation is done and I don't want to do anything with that until tonight. This channel, just called Julia, there are to me, if I were a detective and I didn't have anything to do and I literally had nothing to do, I would take this shit on in a heartbeat and I would dig into it. I would figure it out and I would be the one to bring it to the attention of the whole entire country. Something keeps those people from doing it, and it's fear. They should do it through love for the children and put fear aside. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for amazing information and chat. I'm going to read it later. And thank you for someone gifted a membership. I will be on later today, and just prepare yourself to see, prepare yourself to listen and to be open to what I'm showing. God bless you. Thank you. And see y'all later. Bye, guys.